Good morning. So today we're going to see how we can use the manufacturing application in complex environment, and we'll start in the field with after-sales services. We create a project with all the things to do, tasks, timesheets, bill of material, manufacturing order in the same project. Let's start the day by visiting the customer. And I start the day with the Field Service app. Like this, I can easily swipe and check what I have to do tomorrow or today. And as you can see, some tasks are just for me, and other tasks are for me or another colleague, John, because he is an expert and I did him on the field. In order to plan my day, I like to start with the map view. So I click on map, and I get a map view of all the customers I should visit today. And let's start with the first one here in California and navigate to this customer. Hey. All right, so let's have a look at what we have here. There are a bunch of switches and servers to repair. So let's start the timer in the application. That way I have the time I will spend working on it so that my profitability report will be good for this project. And I have the timer run here. And there are a lot of things to do. So let's call a technician. Right like that, from the application, I can call anyone. And I will call Anthony so that he will help me have a quote. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Fabien.
Hi, how are you? Can you make a quote for the customer Azure for a rack of servers?
Okay, Azure for a rack of servers. Can you show me what it looks like there?
So I just turned the camera, and as you can see here, you have all the servers on the camera. We probably have to replace everything.
Okay, I will add one extra day to set up the switches.
Perfect.
Okay. You want me to send the quotation now?
Yes, can you send it to the customer?
Okay. Yeah, it's sent already.
Thank you, I'll inform the customer. Now that the project is solved, the engineer can go to the project management of Odoo and start working on the project. So you just click on the project and you get all the projects running. You have a Kanban view of all the projects, so it's very easy to follow up what's going on and what are the different states of the different projects. Let's jump on the sale order 35, which has been automatically created when the customer validated his order. So I have all my tasks that are here, so it's very to drag and drop and organize the task. And if you want to schedule all the time for all the different workers, just jump to the Kanban view as it is. The system scheduled the task automatically for me, as it is here, based on a critical path. But if I want to reschedule, I go to a relationship and I click on the arrow here and say schedule at the earliest possible. And you see, move the task for me automatically. I can create new relationship very easily just by getting the handler, which is here, and drag and drop it to the task here. Perfect. Now my planning is good. So let's start working on the project. So I go to the project and I start working on the task. It's very easy. You can record timesheet. And when it's done, you can attach the document very easily. Just drag and drop the file to Odoo and it's attached to the task so that you get all the information you need on the project. You will have the task, the time you spend, the different plans, but also the bill of materials and the manufacturing order. Let's have a look at the bill of material. To switch to another screen, you can use the shortcut Ctrl-K and write something like bill of materials, and in just a few clicks like that, you get all the bill of materials. And let's start with this one, the rack of servers. I'll duplicate it because I've made something custom for this customer. So I'll duplicate and I put a reference so that it's linked to my sale order. Perfect, and I will use 4 switches. That's exactly what I need. But in the operation, I will use other operations. You can reuse different operations very easily, clicking here, and you can pick operations that you pre-configured based on different activities. So let's add a testing phase to my manufacturing order. And it's imported in my bill of material. Now that it's done, let's create a new manufacturing order. So you go to the search for manufacturing order and I jump to the new menu just like that. I create a new manufacturing order for rack of servers. And this manufacturing order will be dedicated to the sale order 35. And by creating the link here, you will have the cost in your project of the service, the time spent, on the tasks, but also the components that you used in the manufacturing order. Everything will be linked to the same project. And as you can see here, the 4 switches are red. That means I don't have all the switches in my inventory. That's okay, we can continue. And you see I have only 3 switches available. So let's add a new line. We'll do something different because in Odoo, even if it's configured, you can always change everything. So let's add 2 U racks. When I will save, it's automatically expanded to the different components of this kit. Let's have a look at these 3 switches because one is missing. So let's click on the icon and I have the details here. I have 3 switches available in my stock. Perfect, it's already reserved to my order. But one which is not available. Fortunately, Odoo replenished everything automatically for me. As you can see here, the purchase order 12 is in request for quotation, ready to be sent to the suppliers to buy the missing switch, so that I will get 4 at the end. I click on the purchase order, I put it in priority and confirm it so that I get all the materials I need easily. If I go back to my manufacturing order, you see here that now it's not red anymore because I purchased the goods, so I have everything needed, it's just not there. And in my list, the material availability is waiting. It's computing automatically all the availabilities of all the materials so that I see in my manufacturing order list which ones are ready to produce and which ones are waiting. And if it's waiting, I click on it and I get the details of all the components. Now that we have all the goods and the design of the plans have been made, we can manufacture our product. For that, we'll use the manufacturing execution system of Odoo. Everything runs on this tablet, which is directly connected to Odoo, and this tablet integrates to all the components I need for the manufacturing quality check and printing labels, setting up the machine, and so on. It's connected through the IoT box, who now support the OPC UA new protocol. So let's go. Everything is on the tablet, so it's very easy. For the worker, it just has to follow the instruction. So I click on the first step, and I have the worksheet. So I have all the instruction I need to do right in front of me, so it's very easy. So it's telling me to open the switch like this, asking me to do a quality check, a visual quality check with a camera. So all I have to do is take the camera, press here, and it's going to take a picture, which is here, for my quality check. Perfect. Very easy. Then I have to go to the next step, and I want to do it hand-free. I don't want to click everywhere, so you can control all the operations from your foot. Just click on the foot switch here, and it goes to the next step. Now it's telling me to enter some of the things, so I'll just remove and unplug this and check that. Okay, and I go to the next step. So let's replace that at the right position. Perfect, and I can click to go to the next step. So you see, it's very easy and free. I can do all the operation. I just have to follow the step. That is interesting. That is a quality check that the quality team decided to add at this operation. Because we had issues in the past with the quality of our product, the quality team decided to add exactly at this operation a check for the worker. So it's telling me here, should I do this? Does it pass or does it fail? I can say, okay, it passed. I could have done it with the foot if I want. Now I have another quality check. I have to measure the thing, so I can just do this, measure the quality, and you see the number change because it's directly connected to my caliper here. So it's very easy, I measure it, and when it's okay, I can just validate it, just like that. Next instruction is asking me to replug everything, and that's it. I can click next, and it switches to the next instruction. I should close it, and I can close it like that and switch to the next instruction. Now he's asking me to scan the barcode number, just like this. Perfect, and print a label. To print a label, all I have to do is to right-click with my foot, and it will launch automatically the print of my label. So very easy, all I have to do now is to stick it on my product, like that. I can close it and go to the next step. With my foot, very easy. He's asking me to rescrew everything. Perfect, I did it. I can switch to the next step. And just like that, I did all my steps. So it's very easy. You have something to control all the steps for your workers. They don't have to think, they just follow. You have integrated worksheet, you have all the quality check, you have the printers that are scanned. And if you have any issues, you can always click here, and you have all the features like launching a quality alert, a maintenance request, scrapping product. So you have a very good feedback loop so that you can improve the process with the feedback of your worker in the shop floor. What a day! We started in the field by doing maintenance services. Came back home, purchase server, design plans, and then we manufacture the product. Now it's time to do a wrap-up. Let's have a look at our project management system and see what Odoo can do for that. So when I go to the project, I have a new icon here on the top left, which says the status of the project. For now, it's on track. And if I click on it, I have the history of the evolution of the status. On track, at risk, off track, so you always know where your project is. And you have the progress, which is here. On the right, all the KPIs. You have tasks, manufacturing orders, work orders, purchase orders, all the time spent, profitability report, gross margin, everything's there so that you have statistics about everything in your project. And if you click, you get drilled down to that. So I can go to the burn down chart and I see the evolution of the tasks. Or I can go to the profitability report or the billable time and have a split of the time we spent by different activities. Or maybe I want it as a graph, so I just switch and I get it as a graph. Or maybe I want it by task and by employee, but I want to exclude these 2 employees. So you have all the data you need, very easy, and just a click. Just like that, we used to have a great project management in Odoo and a great manufacturing software. Now you have both together so that you have engineering to order or maintenance or repair or complex project where we mix time, tasks, work centers, manufacturing orders, and everything. So you get data about all your activities in one single place.